Alright guys, so tonight working on 2015 Chevrolet Cruze here. We had a transmission line leak here. Wasn't leaking real bad, but it was dripping, starting to drip a little bit. Right here in this area, guys. She was starting to drip there a little bit, so we had to replace this transmission line. And it's the very top one here, guys. I'll show you. This line right here, guys, I had to replace it. And a couple things I wanted to go over here on how I had to replace that transmission line. It goes down here at the bottom. I don't know if that's showing up on camera or not there, guys, but down there you got those little plastic retainer clips. You got to remove those. And the best way I found to get that one there off, guys, was to jack the car up and then take that front plastic piece that's underneath the front bumper here, because you can get access right down there. I don't know if that's showing up or not where my finger's pointing, but if you remove that plastic cover that's down there underneath the car, then you can get access to this clip. Otherwise, it's really hard to get to this clip on this one right here. You just almost impossible to get. It was almost impossible for me to get the clip off of there. So, like I said, what I did is I jacked the car up and went up underneath here, guys. See if you can see that. But this plastic, don't know if that's showing up or not. This plastic panel here, actually all I did was take it loose here. I loosened took some of the retainer clips out and just kind of pulled it back out of the way a little bit. I was able to bend it back enough to be able to get in there, but you may have to take that all the way off of there to get access to this here clip down here, guys. That clip right there on the bottom of the radiator where this transmission line goes in. And that way it's a lot easier getting access through that little hole down there between the frame and the front bumper there. You can get in there and get that clip out of there, so you can take this top transmission line out if you have a leak there. And then also, guys, these little clips right here, just take a screwdriver and pry them back a little bit. You may be able to do it by hand, but I used a little screwdriver, and that way I could get these transmission line out from away from this clip here. And the same way down here. And also, guys, I had to take this ground wire right here. There's a ground wire. I had to take this ground wire off so I could get the transmission line up away from this wiring right here. And then also down here, there's two clips here with a wire that I had to remove these clips to get the wire, so I could bring the wire out far enough. That way I could bring the wire out far enough to get this here transmission line up out of here. And once you get that, you got two of these clips right here, guys, that you got to unclip the line from. One here and one on down farther. And then you can actually take and pull this up. You can pull this transmission line up about right in this area where my finger's at there, guys. And you can pull that line up far enough, about right in this area, and that way it makes it a little easier to get that clip off of that transmission line there too, because you you can actually pull this up once you get that all unclipped there, and makes it a little bit easier getting this, because this is a separate line here from this here. You got to disconnect it down here, and you can bring it up into this area so you can get to your clip, and that way you can get to your clip, guys, and unclip it. Just be real careful with those clips, guys, because they're kind of a spring loaded a little bit of, and you got to be real careful that you don't lose them because they're really small. It might not be even a bad idea. Probably what I should have done, but I was lucky I didn't lose the clip. I did drop one of the clips down there on the ground when I took this side. When I took this side here off of here, down here, I did drop the clip down there, but I was lucky enough I found it. And and I got the part number here for that, in case you have one of these transmission lines start leaking on you. Right there's the one I got there. This is for a 2015 Chevrolet Cruze, a 624-587 transmission, the top transmission line there. Like I said, it wasn't leaking bad, but it was starting to drip a little bit every now and then, so eventually it's going to go get worse. So I went ahead and replaced that tonight there, guys. And it might not be a bad idea if you get a couple extra clips from your local auto parts dealer. Get you a couple of them clips. That way if you do lose one, guys, you'll have a couple, you know. Get you a couple extra there. That way if you lose one, you'll have it. And you won't have the frustration of having to go uptown and buy one of those clips because you lost a clip. Not too bad of a job. Like I said, the hardest part's getting that one down there on the bottom out of the transmission cooler line, out of the radiator part there. Get to that clip was kind of a bear, so that's why I ended up having to jack the front of the car up and take that plastic shroud. I took it part way off. You may have to take yours all the way off. That plastic shroud that's underneath there, that way you can get access to that clip there on that transmission line there, guys. So anyways, I thought I'd throw that video out there. Maybe it helps somebody out on trying to figure out how to get that clip out of there if you have a transmission, your top transmission line here leaking. And that way you can get to that clip from underneath there. Makes it a whole lot easier getting to it than trying to do it from the top side. I tried to do it from the top side, guys, and I was unsuccessfully able to do it. So like I said, I had to jack the car up and get up underneath there and pull that plastic skid plate, or whatever you want to call it, the plastic cover there in front of the bumper, down underneath there, underneath that front bumper, a plastic shroud. Just take that off of there, and that way you can get access to that clip a whole lot easier. And so hopefully that'll help somebody out. I didn't see any videos out there on how to change that. When I did see some videos on changing these ones out that go into the transmission, but I didn't see any videos on out there on this. And then also, guys, you'll have to do your depending on how much fluid you lose, you'll have to do your fluid check, your automatic transmission fluid check. There's plenty of other videos out there on how to do that, how to check your transmission fluid. You got to have the car leveled out, and then you got to have the car running in park. And there's a one guy said it's a 12 millimeter, but mine was actually 11 millimeter bolt that comes out of the side of the transmission down there to check the level of the transmission fluid while the vehicle is running in park. So like I said, there's plenty of other videos out there on how to do that, guys. I just wanted to throw a video out there on how I got that clip off the bottom, out of the bottom of the radiator down there. The best way I found was to take that plastic cover off down there underneath the front bumper to get access to the clip on that transmission line. So anyways, guys, that'll wrap this video up, and we'll try to keep them videos coming to you once a week on maybe some kind of a problem I run into that I think other people might be interested in checking out on how I ended up getting it fixed. So that'll wrap this one up, this video up, guys, and we'll catch you all in the next video.